Adios. Welcome to Remember the 50s. I'm Lucy Miskin, and here with us today we have Betty, the wild card, here to fill us in on some sports about the 50s.
Well, Lucy, New York teams ruled the 50s. Baseball with the Yankees, the Giants, and the Dodgers. It began to spread across the U.S. when the teams relocated, like the Boston Braves to Milwaukee and the New York Giants to San Francisco. Since television broadcasted the games, people were stopped showing up to the live games. Boy, were those stadiums empty. Honest to God, they was. In basketball, Chuck Cooper was the first Negro drafted into the NBA by the Boston Celtics in 1950.
But really, nobody won basketball in black guy.
Boy, was he lucky, though. It sure did change basketball. MVPs Bill Russell and Walt Chamberlain dominated basketball from 1958 to 68, winning 8 out of 10 trophies.
Now, soccer was real popular after World War II. The first World Cup was 1938, held in Brazil, and won by Uruguay. British soccer matches became super popular.
Golly, those stadiums were filled with over 3 million people. Oh my God. Joe DiMaggio, the outfielder for the New York Yankees, has just married Marilyn Monroe, the famous actress and model.
Barbie, you're beautiful. You make me feel my Barbie doll is really real. Barbie's small and so petite. Her clothes and figure look so neat. Her dancing outfit rings the bell. At parties she will cast a spell. Purses, hats, and gloves galore, and all the gadgets gals adore.
Barbie dressed for swimmin' fun is only $3. Her lovely fashions range from $1 to $5. Look for Barbie wherever dolls are sold.
Someday I'm gonna be exactly like you. Till then I know just what I'll do. Barbie, beautiful Barbie, I'll make believe that I am you.
You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
It's the shoop shoop hula hoop. Hear that shoop shoop sound? It's an inside the hoop sound. Get the Shoop Shoop hula hoop at stores wherever toys are sold. By Whammo.
We're in 3000 BC.
To reach this lost civilization, science had followed a trail through burning desert sands, through the roaring avalanches of Mount Huitara, and finally deep into the bowels of the earth. Not even history had recorded the existence of this unknown empire of darkness.
There is no world beyond ours.
If I ever get out of here, into my world,
the world of light and flowers,
would you come with me?
Never before had outsiders beheld such sights. The sacred ritual of the sun death, the blazing sacrificial chambers, the court of the all-powerful high priest of Ishtar.
You will die in the fire of Ishtar.
The bloodlusting mole people storming from their subterranean caverns.
The evolution of fashion changed from day dresses to t-shirts and jeans during the 1950s. Fashions were influenced by British trends, especially after Queen Elizabeth II was crowned in the early 1950s. Styles were very preppy and clean-cut. Women were encouraged to be ladylike. They were expected to wear sweaters and dresses with full skirts every day. Accessories like gloves, hats, and brooches were necessities. Stilettos were the new innovation for fashion, and the cosmetic market skyrocketed when Vogue introduced color-coordinated nail polish, eyeshadow, and lipstick based on the season. The term teenagers were coined in the 1950s. Most advertising was focused towards adolescents because they were the new market of consumers. In the late 1950s, teenagers became more rebellious, and greasers wore all-black leather and denim. This was influenced by major movie stars like James Dean and Marlon Brando.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, the band slows down real fast.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. You know what I enjoy with a nice glass of chilled grape juice? Some dinner theater, featuring a modern adaptation of the classic Singing in the Rain. Please, enjoy this clip.
Presenting Singing in the Rain.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. It's a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
Now, you know what beach music is?
No, what is it?
You know what beach music is. Beach music is the music that your mother and parents did not want you to listen to. Because you could only, and the reason they called it beach music is because the only place you were going to find it was down at the beach. And it was, and it goes back to the 50s and the 40s. But it was the rock and roll music. It was also, it was back in the era when it was segregated, and the blacks had a lot of music that they played, and the only time they played it was at the beach. The black community played it all the time, but the only time you saw it, the white community seeing it was at the beach. They said that the music was corrupt. See, and that's where all that music came from. That's why they call it beach music. Because at that time, the only place you heard it was at the beach. The shag started.
You can?
Is that yours? I got 2 more people. Probably in the 40s. And what it was a dance that the males had decided that it was about time that the males did something instead of the all being about the girls. In the shag, the male is a peacock, and the lady is supposed to stand down. The only thing she's supposed to do is keep the step. But what's happened, like everything else, women are taking it over. Serious.
I'm Dreama Stroud. I lived through the 50s. It was wonderful. Probably some of the best times of our lives. The clothes we wore, you all would think, everybody would think they're funny now. We wore cardigan sweaters backwards sometimes, buttoned down the back, and sloppy Joe sweaters. We called them sloppy Joes, but they were full sweaters and full skirts. We wore Dickies. They were collars that you wore with your sweaters, sometimes pearls. And for music, the music was great, and right now I probably couldn't remember all the best music, but I did take my mother to a show that showed Elvis, and she thought he was disgraceful, and because he was gyrating so, but everybody else loved him. We thought he was wonderful, but he was considered by the older people to be really naughty.
Let me get away from this. Let me get over here.
Yeah, boys were kind of shy, you know. I remember going to the community house, and girls were on one side of the wall, boys on the other, and then it was like, when are they going to come over and ask you to dance? You know, it was just torture, but finally you did.
I'm Sue Landerman. In the 50s was my era, and I'll never forget going to my first rock and roll concert. I was so excited. Fats Domino, I mean, it was just like the ultimate then to go to that. And it was at the City Arena in Columbia, South Carolina. So off we go, and we go in, and it was before integration. So Fats Domino is black, so all the black people could go sit in front of the stage on the ground floor, but none of the white people could. So we all had to sit up in the bleachers, up in the balconies. So there we were what they call the white spectators, and the show was for the black people. So there they were having a ball dancing, and we couldn't even dance. It just like killed you, but that's the way it was before integration. The 50s was awesome. The music was great. You know, it was Leave It to Beaver years. You know, the mothers wore dresses and aprons and stockings. It was a great time to live in America.